Good morning, friends. We are studying the chapter Free Radicals. In the previous lectures, we have studied history of free radicals. That is the contribution of Professor Gomberg. Professor Gomberg discovered first organic free radical, that is triphenylmethyl radical. Then we studied generation of free radicals by different methods like thermolysis, photolysis, redox reaction, Paneth's method, electrolysis, and use of high energy radiation. We also studied stability of free radicals. Crowding in the molecule weakens the carbon-carbon single bond and it facilitated the dissociation to generate free radical. Whereas when unpaired electron if delocalized on number of atoms, this radical is highly stable. We studied different factors which affects the stability of free radical. Into that we studied cathoditive effect. Means what? Both the groups having plus R and minus R effect, we stabilizes free radical. Then we studied reactivity of free radicals. Once free radical generated in the reaction, how it behaves, how it reacts. Free radical reacts by different ways: abstraction of atom from the molecule, addition to the unsaturated grouping, dimerization, disproportionation, rearrangement. Also remember that radical can undergo decarboxylation and elimination. Now in this lecture, we have to study free radical substitution. This free radical substitution is also called as radical displacement reaction. That means what? A radical displaces the atom from the molecule or atom from the molecule is replaced by the radical. See the following three reactions. In the first reaction, the chlorine generated during the course of reaction displaces hydrogen. In the second reaction, methyl radical displaces bromine, and in the last reaction this iodine is replaced by hydrogen. In the last reaction, tri-N-butyl tin radical is generated. This removes iodine and there is generation of radical again, and this radical picks up hydrogen from the tri-N-butyl tin hydride. If you look at the reaction, iodine is displaced by hydrogen radical. Radical displacement seldom involves displacement of carbon, but mostly hydrogen or halogen atoms are displaced by the radicals. We have to also study the next reaction, free radical addition to the multiple bonds. Radicals, it undergoes addition to the pi electron systems like olefin and alkyne, but you will observe that addition to the carbon-carbon double bond is more common. There are number of reactions you will observe addition occurs to the carbon-carbon double bond as compared to the carbon-carbon triple bond. See the following two reactions. In the first reaction, HBr is added to the carbon-carbon double bond through the formation of free radical, or reaction involves free radical intermediate. First reaction, there is use of benzoyl peroxide, which acts as a radical initiator. In the second reaction, there is addition of isopropyl group and hydrogen. See the substrate in the second reaction. See the alpha carbon atom of amide group and beta carbon. Beta carbon means to which methyl is attached. Alpha and beta carbon. Isopropyl group goes at beta carbon atom and hydrogen at alpha carbon atom. There is addition of isopropyl group and hydrogen across the carbon-carbon double bond. There is use of radical initiator like AIBN. So this is the addition reaction of free radical to the carbon-carbon double bond. Double bond is reduced here. Now we have to study one more point: radical substitution versus radical addition. Means in this point we have to study that once free radical generated in the reaction, how it will behave or how it will react. It reacts by two different pathways. We will study this with the help of following reaction. In this following reaction, in the substrate 6-bromohexene, this is alkyl halide which contains unsaturated fragment, that is molecule has carbon-carbon double bond and bromine also. The substrate is allowed to react with tri-N-butyl tenhydride in presence of radical initiator, that is AIBN, in a solvent benzene. There is formation of mixture of product. Three products are formed: methyl cyclopentane, cyclohexane and hexane. This reaction or the three products form through the formation of radical. Which radical forms during this reaction? 6-hexenyl radical forms. And these 6-hexenyl radicals, it reacts by two pathways. The products A and B are formed by cyclization. Means there is an addition pathway. Remember that cyclized product are formed by addition pathway or addition process. See the product C and compare it with the reactant. See the product C and compare it with the reactant. The bromine atom from the reactant is replaced by hydrogen. That means it is a substitution pathway, or it is also called as reduction pathway or reduction process. I think you have got the point. The two pathways, product A and B, are formed by cyclization, that is addition pathway, and product C, this is a substitution reaction, it is formed by substitution pathway or reduction pathway. Now we study the mechanism of this reaction, how these three products are formed through the formation of 6-hexenyl radical intermediate. For this, we go to the next slide. There is a competition between these two pathways. The course of the reaction means what? Either addition pathway or substitution pathway. It can be changed by varying the concentration of tri-N-butyl tin hydride. The product formation depends upon the concentration of tri-N-butyl tin hydride. The quantity of tri-N-butyl tin hydride decides the pathway or yield of the products. Higher concentration of tri-N-butyl tin hydride in the reaction mixture will favor the substitution pathway. Will favor the substitution pathway. One mistake is here, not reduction pathway. Whereas lower concentration will favor the cyclization or addition pathway. Here is one mistake. I am really sorry. Higher concentration of tri-N-butyl tin hydride will favor substitution or reduction pathway, whereas lower concentration will favor cyclization or addition pathway. See the mechanism. AIBN, isobutyronitride, this on heating or even irradiation of light, it undergoes decomposition. Why it undergoes decomposition easily? Because there is a formation of N2, and N2 is the best living group in the world. The homolysis of both carbon-nitrogen bond occurs here, and there is formation of two equivalents of isobutyronitride radical. One equivalence of AIBN gives two equivalents of isobutyronitride radical. In the next step, isobutyronitride radical abstract hydrogen from tri-N-butyl tin hydride, and this generates tri-N-butyl tin radical. In this reaction with the reactant bromohexene, actual reacting species is tri-N-butyl tin radical. In this reaction, 6-bromohexene reacts with tri-N-butyl tin radical. Note this point. 6-bromohexene do not directly react with tri-N-butyl tin hydride or AIBN. AIBN and tri-N-butyl tin hydride react first. This gives tri-N-butyl tin radical, and this tri-N-butyl tin radical is the actual reacting species with the substrate, that is 6-bromohexene. Then this tri-N-butyl tin radical, this removes bromine from 6-bromohexene. This tri-N-butyl tin radical has higher affinity towards halides, towards halogens. Tri-N-butyl tin radical removes bromine, iodine, chlorine easily from the substrate, and this will give us organic free radical, that is 6-hexenyl radical. This 6-hexenyl radical, it undergoes cyclization, that is through the addition pathway. See the first way of reaction. The radical carbon at position 6 adds to the carbon-carbon double bond in such a way that there is formation of 5-membered ring, and there is formation of this radical. This radical abstract hydrogen from tri-N-butyl tin hydride, and there is formation of methyl cyclopentane. See the second way of reacting. The radical undergoes addition. First there is a rotation of C2C3 bond. So this radical carbon, 6 number carbon and carbon at 1, this will come close. When these two carbons are closer, bond formation is easily possible. After rotation, this double bond comes close to the radical carbon and then it undergoes cyclization. There is formation of 6-membered ring. Next step is abstraction of hydrogen from tri-N-butyl tene radical. And the last way, this CH2 radical, it abstract hydrogen from tri-N-butyl tene radical. There is formation of this hexene product C. There is formation of one radical, 6 hexene radical, but this will give us 3 products. Cyclized product is formed by addition pathway, and substituted product is formed by substitution, or it is also called as reduction pathway. Now question arises that which product is the major product in these two, methyl cyclopentane and cyclohexane? Remember that energetically 5-member transition state is more stable in case of free radical, in case of reaction involving free radical intermediate. So the methyl cyclopentane, it is a major product in this reaction than the cyclohexane. Methyl cyclopentane, it is formed, its quantity is around 85%. 85% of the product from the mixture is methyl cyclopentane. Now the key point, remember that if you have to decide to synthesize 5-membered ring compounds, you should think about the free radical reaction. When we think about the preparation or synthesis of 6-membered compounds, we think what? Diels-Alder reaction. When anyone asks how will you synthesize 5-membered ring compounds, you should tell that we will use free radical reactions. I think that you have understood all the points. Free radical substitution, free radical addition to the multiple bonds, how the concentration of free radical affects the product formation. Higher concentration follows substitution or reduction pathway. Lower concentration of tri-N-butyl tene hydride follows cyclization pathway. You have to remember all this point. You should try the mechanism of free radical reaction. Now we stop here. Thank you.